Friday. Oh my God, I'm excited. I'm happy. Fridays are always when you try to relax yourself. You're somebody like me that love Fridays. You would understand when I keep shouting, thank God it's Friday. Anytime it's Friday on the show. Today is the 15th day in the month of August 2025. How time flies. I remember when we were shouting Happy New Month and a lot of New Month messages. But today is 15th. What have you been doing with your month? How have you been coping in the month of August? Welcome to Family and Values on Galaxy Television, where we are reaching out for the stars. I usually say we want to surpass the stars. Yes, that's what we do here. The show is all about relationship, marriage, parenting, restoring values, lost values back to the society, teaching the younger generations what they need to know about family, maintaining a proper relationship. It cuts across career, health. The show runs Monday to Fridays, 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. just like on your screen. The spread in morning, and our Thursdays are strictly for health. You can't be talking about a family that is not healthy. We don't want you to spend your money on hospital bills. So that's why we make sure that Thursdays, are strictly for our health sector. Okay, you're still wondering the pretty face. I am Princess Joy Ayo Abu. My name, my identity. And of course, we are streaming on our Facebook. You can always go to our YouTube page. We have lovely conversations on our page. You can go back, you can share with family, with loved ones, everything. Download the Galaxy mobile app so that you can watch us on the go everywhere we are there. A big shout out to our Star Times family. Most times when I get to a place and they say, I know you, in my mind, I know, when somebody say, I know you, I know what the next person is. Somebody told me yesterday when I went to the market, he said, your face looks familiar. I said, no. He said, I know you, family and values. I have Star Times. I said, okay, you are the ones I'm sending shout out to. All right, enjoy. The show promises to be very exciting. That's Friday. But hey, I have something for you. I'm sure a lot of you have been wondering why Joy has been the only one hosting this week. Like I said, Mama Gen Z went on leave and should be resuming soon. But this morning, I have a pretty dancer here. Okay. Oh my goodness. So when we bring the camera out to her, you'll be wondering, they should fall from heaven. And I'm talking about gratitude. Good morning.
Good morning, Joy. How are you doing today?
I'm fine.
You look so pretty.
And you look so elegant this morning.
Thank you
Thank
so
you for
much.
joining this Friday with me.
Thank you so much. Okay, welcome to yet another exciting episode of Family and Values, where we talk about the core of relationship, marriage, and family in general. So just stay seated and don't touch the dial because we're about to unfold a topic that's very interesting and very engaging and as well entertaining and educative. My name is Gratitude, your Gen Z host. Thank you.
Yeah, I love that. You're Gen Z. You know when I told Mama Gen Z, now Mama Gen Z has Gen Z host.
Yeah.
You're Gen Z host. Okay, so do we have any birthday shout outs this morning? Do you have any birthday shout out you want to give to anybody?
No, I don't.
Alright, so this is a birthday shout out to our profound guest, Mr. Remy Lawa. Yesterday happened to be his birthday, and coincidentally, himself and his wife, they share the same date, the same month. So this is a powerful couple. Happy birthday to you. We are wishing you the very best. He's always our guest. If you find about talking about parenting, Remy Lawa is number one.
Exactly,
he doesn't joke with children. He doesn't joke with parenting. You know, we've learned a lot from him here on the show. So let's go into our mini feature. We'll be right back. But today's conversation, we are all going to have it. Come on, it's Friday. Let us relax. Immediately after the mini feature, the phone lines will be open for you to call in, and I usually say send in text messages. If you can't get us, we want to get as many responses as possible on the topic. We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. To end this week, sharing password among couples. We are going to look at it from the positive
and the negative.
We look at it from a relationship and from a marriage aspect. Now, I know a lot of you at home are already shocked. Even in the studio, people are saying, I cannot share my password. What is
she looking
for?
What does she need to
inside
see?
my phone? Calm down. You may have BP. I know they will accuse our gender. You are the ones that are always searching phones. What are you looking for inside the phone? But we want to really discuss, because we discovered that this password of a thing has caused a lot of broken homes, even marriages, yes. Because sometimes you stumble over things you have no business stumbling over. Sometimes you go through messages that will give you BP. Why would you want to snoop around? If you build trust in a relationship and confidence, why do I need to lock my phone? That's the first question. Why do I need to lock my phone from my partner or from my husband? I mean, they say if you're married, right, two shall become one. So why should I lock my phone from my husband?
What am I hiding?
What am I hiding? But we live in a society where there are a lot of secrets. You can marry somebody, the person have gotten 5 children, you will not know. My dear, yes, we have had it happen. So sometimes when you dig deep, you want to understand. But then sharing password. Now you can call in. Our phone lines are open. You can call in. You can send text messages. It's a general conversation because yes, we need your views. We need you to hear us, and we need to hear you. We need to understand why you think. If you're the type that don't want to share password, give us your reasons. If you want to share it, and if you had any experience of anybody that has gotten basketballs or heartbreak from sharing password, let's hear you out. But gratitude to today's topic. What's your take on it?
Oh my take on this topic. This topic, first off, is a very interesting one, and I would say we have to look at it from a positive and a negative angle. Okay. The positive angle being building trust and transparency, which is very important in every relationship, be it marriage or just as normal relationship between a man and a woman. But the negative angle is your security. We have seen most cases where your partner knows your password and they tend to get vital information to steal from you, as an example, to steal from you. So it all boils down to understanding the kind of partner you have, having discussion with them, understanding their trust level, the communication, building boundaries, and how they think. If you're able to trust them enough to give this vital information about yourself to them, like your password. It's very important. So that's my perspective.
And on the other side, I've seen cases where password has saved people's lives. You know, somebody is traveling and then the person had an accident, and before you know it, they needed to contact certain numbers. The phones were locked. And at the point, you know, by the time they did it and the person died, yes, this was, it was a very relatable story, you know. So sometimes that's why they say when you're traveling, don't put lock on your phone. As long as you're traveling. But now we are saying sharing among couples, among partners. Okay, we have our first caller this morning. Hello, good morning. Your name and where you're calling us from this morning. Okay, we lost that. But if you can't get us, please send in text messages. Now, for me, you know, when we're going through the mini feature, you were saying you look at the negative and the positive aspects of it. But I'm going to look at it from the positive aspect of it. I'm sharing my post. I don't have anything to hide. Let's pick this call. Hello, good morning. Your name and where you're calling us from this morning. Please, if you can't get us, just sending text messages. Now, I'm going to say from the positive side, I feel like, just like you said, trust. If I've built trust with you to the point of marriage, at that point, what am I hiding?
Exactly.
Why would commercial? Now, somebody sent in a text message. I'm going to read it so that we throw light into it. It said, good morning, pretty ladies, and welcome to our Gen Z host. Yes.
Okay, thank you.
It said, password. This happened to my immediate brother, whether younger or though he didn't say it, but he said immediate brother. He said he was very open with his phone to the point of not hiding anything. The girlfriend, as at then, had access to his phone, could access anything, not knowing she was planning to travel with her lover, siphoned or took all the money in his account because he had password to his apps. Took the money, flew away with her lover. My brother is broken till date. I don't think sharing password among couple is a good idea. Olamide from Ikeja.
Wow, that's very sad.
I'm sorry. You say some things and you just ask yourself, what happened?
How did they
get there?
But you know what I think? Yeah. When it comes to relationship, not marriage now, there are stages to relationship.
Yeah.
You're just getting to know someone. You've not really gotten deep details or insight about the person. Why share your password with them?
Don't you think this point should have been points of marriage? Now let's pick this question. They are heading towards marriage. Hello, good morning. Your name and where you're calling us from this morning. Where are you calling us from? Please, when you're calling, try to tone down the volume of your television. Now,
Mhm.
it could be that they were heading towards marriage.
Yeah.
It could be that they have gotten to first stage, maybe done introduction. You know, at that point when somebody has introduced you to his, what are you hiding passwords again? So you feel like, okay, we are almost getting to marriage. Oh.
Yes,
So
that's
think
why
that
you
way.
need to understand your partner, understand who you are with, do your proper findings. That's why we have time to court properly.
Gratitude.
We have to court properly before marriage.
People can hide, oh.
Yeah, I know they can hide. That's a fact, but
Some people
you
can
have to
hide,
do your
oh.
proper findings. And I know, I don't know.
Imagine this guy now. He said that like took the whole money and flew.
That's really sad. My God, why would someone act that way?
I don't want to say our gender, but you see, but
We are
I feel like it's our gender that always quick to searching password. Now, if you say, why are you locking your password? You're cheating on me. You have another girl. That is why you're, and the guy will just say, madam, there is nothing inside my phone. Take, this is the password. And then you unlock. And sometimes, okay, now take it from the negative side. Why do you think sharing password should not be?
Okay, I feel sharing passwords should be considered as something that is very, very crucial and not easily shared, because you have vital informations like the password to your email. Some persons, they use the same password for their phone, for their email and everything.
Is that right? Also using password across all
really
social media or anything that has
there are scenarios where we have people who do that. So when you end up in that kind of situation, you have to be very careful, because for security purpose, if you don't know your partner well enough, you should not share your password with your partner at that point. Except you are very comfortable with them. You've done the proper courtship. You know the kind of person they are, the way they think, the way they see things, their understanding level, before you be able to, give them your password.
Okay, we have another text message here. He said, it's not a bad idea to share password with your spouse. I've been married for 23 years and I've always known husband's password. Kudos to you, mama. However, you need to know whom you're with. Just like you said, study your partner. If his character is suspicious, keep your passwords. I'm from Ikeka. Amarachi says, if your partner is suspicious, keep your password.
Because trust me, nobody understands or knows your partner more than you do. True. Except you're just lying to yourself. You know your partner that, okay, this person could be very covetous. This person could be very selfish. This person could be very manipulative. So keep your password to yourself.
A lot of people that are very manipulative.
Yeah, save yourself the stress and trauma of losing.
Now, I wanted to know, Amarachi, I know you're watching yours. Does your husband know your password? Because you've been married for 23 years. You know your husband's password. Does he know your password for that 23 years? So that's another question we need to ask. Why you're sending in text message. Anyway, we have another one. It says, good morning, ma. My name is Anthony Chinedu. I'm chatting from Ogun State. Shout out to you. Say, it's not compulsory for your spouse to know your password.
Hey, why is everyone just saying that? I feel they have personal experiences already. So.
If you have personal experiences, please share with us. Let's know. Just like Olamide that sent it. That was from a very close one. Everybody is saying they don't want their partner. It's not compulsory at all. I don't even talk about it. Don't bring it. But for me, okay, now let's look at it from a relationship before we even get to marriage. Because of course, actually she's been married for 23 years. If you're in marriage for 23 years, I can understand. You've built some amount of trust. But for somebody who is still courting, they are still in that process of counseling, getting to know each other. Maybe she has 2, 3, 4 people that she's courting and she wants to know the best or pick the best. Is it proper to share password? Let's pick the score. Hello, good morning. Your name and where you're calling us from this morning? Morning to you.
Good morning.
Okay, thank you for calling in.
The password should not be only based on trust. If your partner is not mature to use some of those information that may be accessible to you, family information, friend information, business information, you may need to have a password. It's not about trust alone, because what is my own opinion?
Yeah.
You have trust. It's not trust. There's some information that you cannot afford to other people.
Yeah.
Because of their maturity.
Mm-hmm.
So if you know that your partner, maybe a male or a female, is not mature enough, you may need to have password. Like me, I have a lot of people I have understanding with them. People are married, man, are married for other things.
Congratulations to you.
That's amazing.
We don't discuss whether you have a password or not. There's some information that is in my that I have for other people. And I know that my wife will not like to have it. You know, in a family circle, there's something that you discuss about your brother, your sister, even in our own family, that I know she has a different opinion, and that will affect my own marriage. So, it's about maturity, not about trust alone.
All right, thank you so much for your call, and that contribution went a very long way. Thank you. Now let's deal on it. He said it's about maturity. It's not about just like what he said. He said there are some informations. What's your reaction to his conversation this morning?
Okay, so I feel like if there are events or people you don't want your partner in marriage to know about, it's something you could just communicate with them, talk to them about it. You don't have to go as far as passwording your phone. Talking from that angle, yes, passwording your phone in marriage could be good based on your personal reasons. But for what he said, you could relate with your wife and tell her, babe, I really don't like you going through my phone, so please don't go through my phone. If she's someone that is reasonable and understanding,
gratitude. Do you think our gender, me and you say, babe, please don't go through my phone, and she will not suspect that you're cheating on her.
That's why you need to understand who you with.
Now, he was talking about maturity. Now, maybe you got married to a lawyer, a doctor, people that have sensitive information, or journalists like our profession that have sensitive information about people. Like what he was saying, there are some things about his family, about the wife's family, that they don't need to, maybe because they, like you said, they share different diverse opinions, and he knows if the wife gets hold of it, it will definitely affect their marriage. Somebody could confide in you, you know, and tell you something, and you don't want your partner to know, knowing too well that this thing will cause a rift between two. At that point, I think the best thing is to password. If it's that's why you see they've made social media, if it's WhatsApp, you can archive some messages. You can move them to some private, create a private
I was going to say that.
And just move
There's
messages.
Also an application where you can hide files, documents,
without people knowing you.
So if you password your phone, if you are someone who doesn't password your phone, and because of work you password your phone, your wife will begin to suspect that you're doing stuff that you don't used to. So why not get the application where you can hide these files or documents to avoid trust issues or suspicious talks and whatever from your partner?
Well, like he said, maturity is key. Understand your partner. If your partner is the type that cannot take some people, before you finish conversation, they've concluded already. So we have a lot of text messages here. They say, my name is Opeyemi. You see women, you never know their password, but they want to know a man's password. Come on now. That's too harsh to say.
That's too harsh. Please. Take it easy.
That's too harsh. Take it easy on us. Let's make this call. Hello, good morning. Your name and where you're calling us from this morning. Thank God a female is calling in from Omole. Okay, so what's your contribution? Would you love to share your password if you're married? Okay, we lost that call. Now, I wanted it from a woman. Let's not be as if it's only the men that are calling and sending text messages. Good morning. My name is, this is your name, Ohu Ola. Is it good? It is good to share your password with your spouse if you trust him or her. Like me, I know my wife's password and she knows mine. Thank you. This is what we are saying. Trust. And then I'll say your spouse should not know your password because you can't trust anybody. You didn't even send your name.
Because what he said was really so good. Why would you have trust in marriage? Why did you get married to someone you don't trust? Why?
Okay, another one is saying it's not by force to share your password with your partners. Even if your partner thinks you're cheating, let him or her think so.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
This is interesting. This one says, this message says, good morning, my name is Moyin. Well, if you don't know your partner well, you cannot share your password. Oh, because my experience, my boyfriend was a fraud and he robbed me. Oh, sorry about that.
Sorry.
We are sorry to hear that, you know.
About that.
So, I mean...
But the messages and calls we've been getting from just men is quite suspicious.
It's suspicious. Why are they defensive?
When it gets to matters
password,
like this, password, they get so defensive. Why?
Anyway, so Amarachi still sent an message. She said, because we asked, does your husband know your password? And she replied, she said, yes. He knows mine too. Over time, we have become so comfortable with each other that we don't even bother looking at each other's phone. Nonetheless, for people who are just starting, please be careful until you're sure whom you're dealing with. People are crazy nowadays. Amarachi, thank you for balancing it. Now, that was what Amarachi says. Let's go on our word of marble. We'll be right back. You can still send in your text messages on today's conversation. We are still discussing sharing password among couples, among partners, whether you're married. And trust me, gratitude. the messages have, I don't know, well, men, we don't know what we've done to you people. We really don't know. I don't want to just take that, but it is well. We women, we are wonderful people. Our gender. We have text messages and somebody said, this one now. Okay, it's quite long, but I'll try and read it as much as I can. He said, good morning. It is very compulsory for a faithful partner to share password in case of being incapacitated, dead, or save you from being stranded out of ignorance. That's coming from Shei. Okay, we've talked about it where, like he is saying that it's compulsory. You can be stranded. You can, you know, yes, we've had cases where a man lost his life. The wife couldn't get access to his phone, didn't even know he had certain amounts of money. It's like when you talk about accounts, you don't want your wife to know how much is in your account. And then something happens to you. That's the
nobody end. Can access the money.
See, God will help us. I know of a very relatable story. Now, in fact, the lady, the husband just died. It's this month, August, you know, last year. So it's like 1 year thing. The man was outside the country.
Yeah.
And each time he comes in, his phone is always on password. So the wife didn't know anything about him. And he died over there. Whether he has money in his accounts there, nothing. Like the family don't know anything about it because it wasn't here. And anytime he comes, he doesn't open his system for the wife to know anything. So that's what they are trying to tell us there. Sometimes issues can happen and you need to, you know.
But we also have to admit that checking your partner's phone at some point has already saved lives. We have heard of stories.
Yes. It has.
Yes, it has saved life. You find out that your partner is cheating or your partner has a family elsewhere. Or they are engaged in a certain business that is illegal and could risk your life. So it has saved lives. It has really saved lives.
Okay, this person says first thing you should do is know your partner well before you can share your password. Exactly what Gratitude and I have been saying here on the show. Now this person says, he said password problem always come with mid-marriage. Francis, Kanu Francis, he said password problem always come before mixed marriage. And like you said, password has saved a lot of people. Sometimes women want to get married and then they now discover that, oh, this man has, especially all these ones that say, I came from, I'm just coming from, I'm just landing from, you know, so those are all the things he's talking about. Now this one says, good morning. It says, good morning. My name is Moses from mile 12. My wife knows my password and I know hers too. But when she sees me making calls with a lady for long, she gets jealous. Now that's another angle to it. He said, my wife knows my password. He said, but when he sees when the wife sees him making calls with other ladies, she gets jealous. What's your take on that? But the wife knows his password.
Yeah. It still boils down to understanding your partner. Everybody is different when it comes to their ability or their level of understanding and trust. People could be very jealous. People could be very, very jealous. Sure. So it's not really a big deal because women can be very jealous, especially when they're really into you in relationship, in marriage. But when your partner isn't jealous about things you do, you should even be concerned. Be scared when she see you go out with other ladies, be on call with other ladies, laugh for too long. It's not bad to laugh with other ladies, don't get me wrong, but and she doesn't say anything, she just you should be scared.
You should be scared.
You should be scared because she's really into you.
He was telling me, he said, my baby is not jealous. I said, run for your life. Your baby is not jealous.
She doesn't like you.
She has plan
She's not
B.
in love with
now
you.
somebody said they said this is for serious people who are serious in relationship. It's very much okay, but for these others who are still playing, it's not safe. All you might know is kill each other, but in time of sickness or in death, I think it's good. Timmy from Abuja, thank you so much, Timmy from Abuja, for sending in. Now he said if you're in a serious relationship, if you know this relationship is leading for better for worse, share your password. He said, but if it's not, my dear.
Yeah, you know, we mentioned earlier that there are stages to relationship. You can't just be meeting someone and you're sharing vital information with them. Why?
Instantly, you start sharing vital information. This is my password. You're putting yourself
at risk. So,
okay, this person says, good morning. He said, sharing password from a personal experience has caused me pain. I remember then I gave my girlfriend everything. She knew everything about me, but she kept cheating on me time without numbers, and I didn't know because I had no business checking her password. He said, but today my babe no say na me they hold her phone, they check her phone 247. Look at both of us don't like that. Oh, you didn't put your name, but we are sympathizing with you. Now we're talking about damaged people.
Yes.
Most ladies are damaged. It has happened in they've trusted in the previous relationship, and so now they feel like, no, you see that your password, I would know it. That's his case now.
Yes.
He said he didn't have business checking through his girlfriend's phone, and that one was constantly cheating. You get, but then.
But now he's now living on the past traumas and it's affecting him. So I feel he needs to fix himself, fix his emotions, make sure he's healed properly, because you're hearing him say that he's not healed. If you are checking your partner's phone because you want to, it's better than checking it because you have a past experience or you're still fixing your broken heart. So he still needs to heal. It's not healthy for any relationship.
It's not healthy, right? Now this one says, knowing your spouse. He said, knowing your spouses does not navigate faithfulness. If you're faithful and set boundaries, you will not be afraid of your spouse knowing your password.
Your password.
We talked about it. If you are faithful, and you said something, you said setting boundaries when we started. You said you must set boundaries. At least if you set boundaries, you definitely know if your partner is the type that, some people don't sleep at night, so.
They really don't.
Especially our gender. Our gender don't sleep at night, so. Do you know, joking, we're talking about fingerprints.
Yeah.
How you'll be sleeping and they'll just use your hand.
Oh my goodness. Why would you go that far?
BP?
Relax. Just chill.
Come on. Why are you giving yourself BP?
It's not that serious. You really need to chill.
Hey!
Yes, if you have trust issues, deal with your trust issues. If you need to go to therapy, if you need to see a therapist to fix your broken heart, to fix your past traumas, and you need to do so, do it. And don't inflict pain on your partner.
Now we have and say, good morning. He said, how is your family and value? Thank you. This is Ike Chuko. From Yanosaj Ojo, Lagos. He said, my wife know me very, very well, and I love her very, very well. And my prayer is God will keep her for me. He said, and bless her. Well, you didn't tell us whether you share password, but we say your wife know you very well. Let us believe that she also shares your password with you.
Yeah.
Now, this is a very long one, but let's see how we can quickly run through it. He said, sharing your password with your partner depends on trust, boundaries, transparency, mutual respect in your relationship. The pros are trust and transparency, convenience, and strengthening bonds. He's trying to give us what all that. He said, but when all this fail, remember that you will receive break fast. Ensure you communicate right and properly before you talk about sharing password. All right, gratitude as we round up the show. What's your take on today's conversation?
Alrighty, my take on today's conversation is still what I said earlier. Get to know your partner, get to know how they think, how they understand things, their level of understanding, trust, maturity before sharing vital and sensitive information of yourself like your password. And looking at it from the positive aspect, if you understand your partner to be someone that overthinks, we didn't talk about that.
Yeah,
people overthink a lot. We have overthinkers. Yes, we have people that are super sensitive. Every of your move, they read meaning into it. If you don't password your phone and now you password your phone, they're already thinking, it doesn't password his phone. Why is he passwording his phone now? Is he doing something I shouldn't know? What is he hiding? They'll tend to want to check your phone. It brings trust issues and all of that. So you really need to get to understand your partner. That's the basic of this whole trust
conversation and this thing. Now, talking about those that overthink an assumption, I think that's the reason why a lot of people put themselves into trouble.
Yeah.
When you overthink and when you assume what you have no
what
business
is not, yes.
Assume,
and make conclusions
and
as well.
Conclusions. All right, let's sign out on the show. Okay, thank you so much. Thank you to my Gen Z hosts.
Thank you,
justice to this topic. They are the type, you know, we need them around to always tell us things like this. And I'm hoping that we'll do this again. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you for being a part of the show. Thank you for making this week's production a very smooth one. I am Princess Joy Ayo Abu. I'll see you next week. Enjoy the weekend. Whether you're sharing passwords or not, stay safe. Bye for now.
Thank you so much for joining us on today's episode of Family and Values. Don't forget to connect with us on Monday. We're always here Monday to Friday, so make sure you are seated. So we educate you, we entertain you, and we inform you. My name is Gratitude Imokwede, your Gen Z host. Thank you. Goodbye.